Holy shit, dude. 3 fucking 18K. God awful last act and dropped 8 somewhere before that. Like, there's no way that I could have even forced my hands to do extended hit window there. So, wow. This is one of the, I mean, barring any just utter insanity like Freebird 640K, Fall of Pangea 515K, Less Talk More Rock even 395K. This is one of the very last 1,000 milestones I ever thought I would break. This fourth act upper bound, the first time I TAS this song out was impossible. I'm pretty sure what happened there was I didn't get continuous whammy off the blue in the first phrase. This was actually the first song that I started TASing this game with when I was just trying to beat Chris's original score. And then I did the full TAS run, which is, I'm pretty sure, the only song I've ever done that for, which is in a community post. I think I've talked about it in the last video, where I found another 150 or so, 152 I think, on Act 2 with a frame perfect adjustment. And so obviously I redid this act during that time, and this fourth upper bound was also frame perfect. Now, I'm positive that's not the case on console because I've reviewed runs where I've had the star power and I at least missed a frame on the first orange, which I was prone to do because of the spam technique that I was using that I've been really trying to cut out where unnecessary, was just prone to not getting a frame perfect input. And I was trying to get rid of that execution even there. Because the sustain is long enough to where you have enough time to input that initial whammy and then just like take a small break and then start spamming the bar to get continuous whammy off the following blue. And even though I've done this path up to that point like 100 times by now, I still have some nervous, anxious energy going into that phrase because I know it has to be perfect. And that first act obviously is not the biggest problem in the world anymore, but it's not free. And the longer this went on, the more often I started missing acts 2 and 3, which really was making this a pain in the ass. And the really frustrating part is I'm not even sure why, especially act 2. It just seemed like the whammy I was getting off that was like completely random, but whatever. I'm sure it had to do with like continuous whammy off the third sustain. So that's just to say that getting to that fourth act whammy started to become a little bit more of a headache as time went on, as the frustration built. So that made my anxiety going into that phrase even worse. So yeah, there was a couple reasons why I never was able to perform the proper whammy method that I wanted to on that, but I'm pretty sure just by telling myself to time the whammy earlier that I was getting rid of that missed frame or two on that first orange, so I think it all worked out. So let's go ahead and review that Act 4. This is fucking insane, dude. I got 318K and today's date is March 18th. I just noticed that because I opened the video file and it's 3/18/2026. How about that? That's crazy. So my phrase 1 I'm pretty sure was perfect. Phrase 2, I missed a frame of whammy off the first red-blue, and on the act itself front end, I activated 2 frames before fretting. That was definitely the last possible frame to fret that front end. Every other run that I've reviewed, I was fretting it 1 frame before that, just counting how many frames past the strike line the note was. So I'm pretty positive from that review that act is at least possible to be a 3-frame window. Now, a 3-frame window with 5 fucking whammies on it, this is one of the very, very hardest squeezes I've ever hit, especially for where it is in the song, and especially after having to hit Act 1. This very well may take the cake. Didn't drop the 8 points in the last chorus, I think it is. where I expected. Kind of a miracle, honestly, I wasn't just dropping them everywhere. There's not that many likely places to drop them, but I mean, I was completely numb after that fourth act. I literally had to tell myself that I can't miss because I'm too good at this game. It's so fucking embarrassing and stupid. But I actually told myself that during that last chorus just to try to keep everything together. Obviously, I wish ticks were a little better, but the only reason I put myself through this was for 318k. So this is from the task I did minus 204, 152, like I said, on the adjusted second act, 8 that I dropped in the last chorus, and the rest in ticks on the last act, which is what, 44? So yeah, just what the fuck, man. Would not be surprised if this was the last 1,000 mark I ever beat in this game, but I've had a long history with this song, and pretty crazy to have reached this point with it.